I'm gonna get some fruit here. Look at this. These are delicious. Ah, we're getting some fruit today. A lot of good stuff here. Thank you. Let me take a look over here too. Look at these grapes. Look at how fantastic these look. Oh my gosh, these look delicious. They have stuff that's pre-cut right here, so it's easy to just take to the park or take to the beach and snack on. There's durian for all you crazy durian people that love to snack on that durian. There it is. But yeah, I'm gonna probably grab some of these delicious grapes right here and some of the mountain apples that she's grabbing for me. Ah, it's a beautiful day. We're here in the park here in Pattaya, Thailand. And today we're gonna talk about cost of living. I saw this incredible video that talked about the cost of rent in Florida right now. And my home state is Hawaii, but it's not that far off from the prices that I saw from Florida. And it made me realize that I really need to talk about how much I'm saving by living abroad and give you some real numbers. So we're gonna talk about a place that's probably more expensive than a lot of cities here in Thailand. We're in Pattaya. This is a tourist place. So I'm gonna use those prices, okay? And I'm a couple blocks away from the ocean. So I'm gonna use those prices to show you what it costs for me to live here. We're gonna talk about housing. We're gonna talk about the cost of food. I'm gonna show you examples of everything. And we'll talk about transportation as well. We'll also talk a little bit about health care at the end as well. Whew, what a beautiful day. Look at that. Gorgeous. We're going to talk about the cost of housing, the cost of transportation, and the cost of food. All right, let's get started. All right. We got our snack right here. Look at these right here. Take a look at that. Oh man, that looks good. Yeah? Okay. Let's take this off and relax a little bit. Let's talk. The first thing we need to talk about is cost of housing. So the video that I was watching talked about the cost of housing in the Miami area if you're a few blocks away from the ocean. I tried to find something that was on par from where I am right now, being here in Pattaya, where I'm a couple blocks from the ocean. I can walk right down to the beach right now. It takes me just a few minutes. And the prices of the homes in Florida, the cheapest rent was $7,000 in that area where you're like a couple blocks back from the ocean. Where I'm from in Hawaii, we are similar, but not quite at that price unless you really go to a super luxury building, which those were not. Those were just buildings, okay? In Hawaii, you're probably looking more between $3,500 and $5,000 range for being a couple blocks away from the ocean. But you're probably not going to find anything in Hawaii that's under $2,500 unless it's an area that would be maybe not someplace you'd want to rent, not someplace you'd want to be, okay? So I thought about that, and it really made me sit back and realize what value I was getting here. So I'm going to show you some images of the room I'm staying in and the property I'm staying at. And keep in mind that I'm getting all my utilities paid and I'm getting my Wi-Fi paid. And I've done videos about how I travel without cellular service. I just leave my airplane mode on. So I use Wi-Fi for everything. So it's saving me more money. I'm not paying for cell service, and I'm also not paying for the Wi-Fi. It just comes with the room. And this is costing me a little under $500 a month. We could say something like $450. Okay, we could say $450 is what it's costing me. Let's take a look at this property now. One of my favorite places to stay is here at Sutu's Court. It's on Soy Bucao, and I just love it. It's a big, comfortable area to relax. Nice big lobby here to chill out. There's a beautiful swimming pool that I go to, at least I try to go to every day. And I think the room is, for $450, you get a big refrigerator, just a nice big queen size bed, full bathroom, and I just love it. I think it's really affordable, and I feel very comfortable here. All utilities, Wi-Fi comes with it. It's really a good deal. This gives you an idea what I save. One of the next big costs that we need to talk about is food. So I'm going to show you some meals that I'm going to have today. So as I go through today, I'm going to videotape my meals, and I'll present those to you with the costs, okay? And we will then look at what the average cost is or something like that back in the States. And I think it's going to blow you away. Because what a lot of times people think is, and don't get me wrong, I'm kind of guilty of this too, is that sometimes I get stuck in a rut of eating the street food, which is very cheap. It's like $1. You can eat a nice fresh cooked meal for like $1, okay? Or maybe $2 at the most. However, you can actually move up to a restaurant and still save incredible money if you were going to do a comparison. Now, because I'm living here, I do try to stay on the lower side of restaurants. I don't go to expensive restaurants. I just don't. But I'm going to show you where I'm going to eat today. We're going to take a look at all 3 places, okay? And give you the prices. And then we'll compare those to the mainland or back to the US, okay? Let's take a look at these now. Sizzler Steakhouse here in Pattaya has one of the most amazing salad bars, all you can eat, and it is 199 baht. That is $6 American. In the United States, the all you can eat salad bar at Sizzler, this is a California price check that I did, was $15. Now, that's not huge. That's not even double, but it just kind of gives you an idea of how much you're saving. And you can see the variety that you have. It's a typical salad bar that you would find at a Sizzler, and I just love it. I come here several times a week to have lunch. They have the full dessert menu. And for those of you who say, hey, that's a salad bar. What about if I want another meal? Then what are we talking, okay? Something with meats and things like that. Well, let me show you, okay? I'm going to show you another meal that has lots of meat. And let's check this out. I had this later the same day. This is the Sunday carvery that's at Cheap Charlie's. Cheap Charlie's is on Soy Bukaw, and I love it. It's got 3 different kinds of meat, multiple side dishes on top, and even the Yorkshire pudding that they throw on top with a nice hot gravy. I just love this. This was 169 baht. You just can't do better than that. That's incredible. And finally, I didn't show you what I have for breakfast. This is a common breakfast that I have in the room. I get these little coffees, and they're about 17 baht. I get these cereals. They're about 20 baht each, okay? And then I have grapes and fresh fruit and milk. This makes a meal for about $1 for breakfast. At the most, maybe $1.50. It's really inexpensive and tasty way to get started. The next thing I want to chat about is going to be the cost of transportation. If you have a car, and maybe if you have a family, you have to have a couple cars. Maybe you have something on the side to enjoy yourself, like a motorcycle. The cost per month back in the States for insurance, gasoline, all your licenses and registrations, maintenance and upkeep, the cost of the vehicle itself. I mean, you could be looking at between $500 and $1,000 a month. It's just ridiculous, Whereas public transportation is so good here that I don't even rent a scooter. I get around just fine. So I'm looking at like taking the public bus. I'm looking at if I really do need to get somewhere quickly, I can take one of the little scooter cabs here. And those save me a lot of money on transportation so that I don't have to make these big car payments and stuff like I did back when I was in the US. Automobile costs are absolutely skyrocketing right now in the US. And I think dropping that, it just was an amazing cash windfall every month. I was like, I can't even believe how much I'm keeping in my bank account every month. The last thing I want to talk about with the big change in cost of living that's saving me from being out here is healthcare. I've done videos in Thailand in the past of how much it cost me to go get my teeth cleaned. It cost me $30 American here. That's a co-payment back in the US if you have insurance. If you don't, forget it. You're paying 3 to 5 times that. If you want any kind of dental work done here, I had a tooth that was chipped fixed. I did a video on that in the past as well. It was $45 American. Back in the States, I mean, that's not going to be the copayment. The copayment's going to be higher than that. And that's if you have dental insurance. If you don't, you're going to just start dropping $100 bills, multiple. And if you start moving up to a crown, okay, you can get a crown done here for about $600, sometimes even less than that. A crown is $3,500 back in the States. If that's still the price even. I mean, because the way things have gone up in cost, it might even be higher now. Put in the comment section, if you had a crown done recently, put how much it costs. I'm curious. Is it up to $5,000 now? Is it $4,500 now? I had 2 crowns done in the past in the US, so I know how much it costs. And, you know, I could have put a down payment on something for how much I paid. So that gives you an idea of the healthcare differences. You can get healthcare insurance while you're traveling that covers you wonderfully for about $100 a month. In the US, for one person to get miserable insurance, meaning terrible co-payments, is $600 a month. Okay, 6 times the cost. And if you have a family in the US, you're looking at probably $1,250 for lousy insurance. Maybe with dental coverage, but maybe not. So I wanted you to see the differences that it's costing me to live here and how much I'm saving. Hopefully this helps you out to better understand why it's actually better as a retiree for me to live abroad. I'm saving a lot of money living on a fixed income and able to still have a little bit of money left over every month that I can keep investing in dividend stocks to actually build my retirement over time. I hope this has helped you, and I hope you're having a great day. It's incredibly hot. It's April in Thailand. It is incredibly sweaty and hot, but it just feels wonderful. And I'm jumping in the swimming pool every day, so it feels great. I wish you all the best. I'm going to munch on one of these right now. I'll talk to you again soon, and aloha.